Lando Norris went through hell at the Circuit of the Americas. Under the blazing Texas sun, with asphalt hot enough to melt the tyres, McLaren's rising star found himself trapped in a duel that refused to end. A relentless battle against Charles Leclerc and against the limits of his own car. The start was messy. The pressure, constant. Leclerc's Ferrari SF25 looked untouchable, quick on the straights, stable through the corners, always just out of reach. Norris's tyres were crying for mercy, the grip fading lap after lap. And yet, he kept pushing. Long after most would have given up. When the race looked lost, he fought back. Not with luck, but with nerve, and a risky, brilliant strategic call. The result wasn't a victory, but something more revealing. Proof that this is a driver who refuses to be defined by setbacks. Stay with us, because what happened in Austin says more about Norris, McLaren and modern Formula One than the podium ever could. And if you enjoy thoughtful F1 analysis like this, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more insights. Norris arrived in Austin on October 19th, 2025, with one clear goal: close the gap to Max Verstappen in the championship. But even before the first lap was complete, the plan had already started to fall apart. According to Formula1.com, Norris lost ground at turn 1 after an ambitious move to pass Leclerc. The attempt backfired, and from that moment on, the race turned into a recovery mission. The Ferrari SF25, as Scuderia fans reported, had an aerodynamic edge and superior straight-line speed. Every time Norris got close, DRS felt like a formality. The Ferrari would simply stretch away again. But the real enemy wasn't just Leclerc. The track itself was brutal. COTA's abrasive surface, combined with the blistering heat, destroyed tyres faster than anyone expected. By mid-race, Racing News 365 noted, Norris's tyres were already losing grip. Every corner became a conversation between aggression and survival. Daniel Ricciardo described Leclerc's defence that afternoon as stoic, even perfect. He wasn't exaggerating. Leclerc seemed to know exactly where Norris would try to attack and shut the door every single time. Meanwhile, the McLaren radio crackled with the familiar phrase, "Tyres are gone." But unlike many who would back off, Norris didn't. He kept the pressure on, lap after lap, refusing to let Leclerc breathe. After the race, Motorsport Week captured the mood perfectly. Asked about that chaotic first corner, Norris simply quipped, "If my mum had balls, she'd be my dad." It was classic Norris, dry, self-aware, almost careless in tone. But behind the humour lay the resilience of a driver who knows exactly what he's doing. He doesn't flinch under pressure, he adapts, and he laughs at the chaos. His recovery wasn't magic, it was strategy. The New York Times reported that McLaren chose to extend his first stint on mediums, hoping to exploit Ferrari's higher tyre wear. It was a high-risk, high-reward call. When Norris finally pitted for hards, he rejoined with a sizable gap to close. But with fresh rubber, the car came alive. Suddenly, the McLaren found rhythm. Lap by lap, Norris started setting fastest sectors, eating into Leclerc's lead. Racing News 365 explained that McLaren's edge came in the final sector. Those high-speed, flowing corners where the car felt planted and confident. That was where Norris hunted. But Ferrari doesn't break easily. Leclerc stayed ice-cold, precise, deliberate, unflappable. Every attempt Norris made, deeper braking, alternate lines, feints into the apex, met the same wall. Ferrari emerged ahead, over and over again. In the end, Norris didn't take the lead, but he did take the podium. After the race, speaking to Formula1.com, he summed it up perfectly. "We did everything we could. No excuses, no drama, just quiet satisfaction. The kind that comes from knowing there was nothing more left to give." Scuderia fans later pointed out that McLaren's improved tyre management in the closing laps was a breakthrough. Ferrari still had the power edge, yes, but McLaren had evolved. A team that once struggled with degradation was now learning how to outthink its rivals. For the New York Times, the Norris-Leclerc duel was one of the standout moments of the 2025 season. Fans at Austin were on their feet, watching two contrasting philosophies collide. Leclerc's calm precision versus Norris's restless aggression. Ricciardo called Leclerc's defense a masterclass. But he also praised Norris for having remarkable courage to keep pushing with tyres that were basically gone. Off-track, Norris was the same as ever, light-hearted, disarming, funny. But behind the grin there's a sharper edge now. He admitted to Formula1.com that this was one of the toughest, yet most satisfying, races of his career. He didn't win, but he proved something more important, that even in defeat there's strength in persistence. The US Grand Prix of 2025 won't be remembered for Verstappen's win or Red Bull's routine dominance. It'll be remembered for this fight, for the reminder that Formula One is not just about speed, but endurance, calculation, and nerve. In an age obsessed with perfection, moments of raw human resistance like this matter more than ever. Norris's podium wasn't just a result, it was a statement. McLaren are heading in the right direction, sharper strategy, smarter execution. Ferrari may have won the battle, but Norris won the fans. Formula One has always been brutally honest. It rewards precision but punishes hesitation. Every mistake lingers, every decision matters, and it's in that unforgiving environment that drivers like Norris stand out. Not because they're flawless, but because they endure. For F1 fans, the 2025 US Grand Prix will be remembered as the day Norris proved why he belongs among the sport's elite. And for McLaren, it was confirmation that their rebuilding project is finally paying off. Not perfect, but promising. If you enjoy this kind of storytelling, stay with us. Because in Formula One, the best stories don't always come from the winner's circle. They come from the fight just behind it. The season's far from over. But if Austin is any indication, Norris and McLaren are ready to go the distance, even when the tyres scream and the rivals ahead look untouchable. So the real question is, when the grip runs out, who loses their composure first?